Namaskar. Welcome to my channel. I'm Anna Bhatnagar. Astrologically, the predictions are based on the planetary position in the natal chart. For any current scenario, the predictions are based on the planetary transit with reference to their relationships to the natal position. This is done as a birth time and also as the chart progresses in time. Today I have taken the transit of Saturn. Saturn is the father of human psyche. His influence on us right from the moment we are born is humongous. So let us understand how he impacts us. All the planets transit eternally on the same elliptical path, and their transit predicts everything. Among all, Saturn transit holds us supreme, and the reason is that he is the outermost planet and has the longest transit span, hence is very important for the personal and mundane predictions. I have authored 5 books on it, and 4 of them are on astrology. You can refer to them for time prediction, general predictions, and predictions on marriage. They are Unlocking Love, Marriage, Divorce through Krishnamurti Paddhati, Unlocking Time Prediction through Krishnamurti Paddhati, translated in Hindi as Samay Ka Purvanuman, and The Secret Bridge of Tarot and Astrology. In this, the tarot cards reveal the secret of astrology that helps the time prediction, and Affliction Bricks. So, what do we want? Most of us, for prediction, look at the material side of life. They seek material gifts, but we should also know what a planet transit makes of us, and this will help us to understand who we truly are. Saturn in Vedic astrology is known as Shani. He is the farthermost planet and his range is massive. It is his position in the natal chart, and his transit on the natal chart helps us peel off the layers of human psyche and the events, how they impact us. He transits in each sign for 2.5 years and completes the entire transit in 29.5 years. He continues his transit, but we run out of his transit span and exhaust our bodies. Rarely has anyone seen his fourth transit, because that would take almost 120 years of age when he touches base with the natal position in our natal chart. At a birth, the Saturn is transiting, which it is always, and is at some degree in the zodiac. When one is born, according to the rising sign, the Saturn will be of a particular degree in a particular house and in a particular sign. That is his first position. He's considered in Vedic, he's considered to have 3 aspects: the third aspect, the seventh aspect, and the 10th aspect, which is on the 10th house, presuming, for example, as it is in the picture here. So when the child is born, till the age of 2.5 years, Saturn moves out of the house and leaves the original position. And by that time, the child is of 2.5 years and the terrible twos have started. Mentally, the child is growing, he's waking up to know himself, he wants to get what he wants and also learns to refuse. For now, objects, people, space have a meaning. With every 30-degree transit, the equation of Saturn to his natal position changes. So for 30 degrees, he's in his position, in the natal position, and then he moves to another house. So when he moves to another house, there are changes. So from the first position to the second house position, the transit age is from 2.5 to 5 years. And this is a highly impressionable age. The child is a sponge like and will absorb everything and anything. And this is a very, very tender age. That was a second milestone. With every transit, we will witness a new milestone. And the another position is when the child is nearing of 10 years of age. The equation is almost 120 degrees apart. The child runs endlessly, climbs the trees, dives from heights, and laughs in the face of fear. The child is immortal and knows no fear. His confidence is growing, and so is his ego. This is an important milestone with the transit of Saturn in equation to the transit to his natal chart. When the transit Saturn faces the natal Saturn, that is when it comes right opposite to it and has moved away 180 degrees. By this time, the child is grown and is looking at himself. It is like looking in the mirror. There are many changes on the horizon. The transiting Saturn challenges the natal Saturn. Biologically, there are myriad changes happening due to hormones and they are birthing a rebel. The child is I am. The ego has a shape now. He is heading towards the superego. And that's why teenage children are the most difficult to understand. One of the best ways to understand them is to listen and rationalize. The teenager is bundling with energies and will question the authorities. It's important to understand him at this age. This is where the Saturn is asking how the teen is going to fare. Astrologically, this is a tight spot to check the relationship with the natal sun because the superego here clashes with the authority that is represented by sun. How an individual will deal with authority can be seen by the sun and Saturn equation in the natal chart. Because this relationship is just not bound to the father and child, but also to the authority in general or in any form that life presents. Saturn trine to itself is a very good position because Saturn is ninth to itself. Here we are looking at the age where Saturn is ninth. There are two trine positions, the fifth and ninth, and we are studying the ninth position. When Saturn reaches to the ninth position to itself, the teenage is mature and is around 21 years of age. This is where the maturity sets in and most youngs look for grounding themselves. Many youth face depression at this age because society expects the individual to stand on his own feet. The individual experiences another set of assessment for direction. In practical world, most of us are graduating or have graduated and another phase of life begins. Hence, there are many challenges. The good part is that the energy is at its peak. The transiting Saturn returns itself to the age at the age of 29 and a half. This is a home run because by that time most of us are married, have house, have kids. The feeling is like I have arrived. Saturn has made a full journey and has made man mature, responsible. The child has become an adult who can take responsibility of another child. This is a stage of consolidation. This transiting Saturn completes the full cycle and returns to its place at the age of 29 and a half. The second opposition happens around the age of 45. This stage is similar to the teens, the first opposition. But now the personification of time, Saturn, has calmed down the native. But opposition continues. Now is a time where native questions everything. The mirror is back again. The grays in the hair, success achieved or lost, egos boosted or busted, all look right in the face. Saturn forces the native to take stock. The implications are profound. The midlife crisis hits hard. Life is lived more by the moment rather than the depth, content, and meaning. This is also the time where peak is happening. Many people change jobs, get divorced, quit jobs, rise to the career peak, and much more. This initial stage of Saturn opposition gives one courage to shrug off the social expectations and pressures. Natives who had a short adolescence find a way to revisit the past. The subtle restlessness felt at 45 can be the final resistance to maturity. The second transit of Saturn to the natal position takes place from the age of 57 and a half to 60. And there is often an insight in one's true purpose in life. This cycle marks a return of inspiration and re-evaluation of life and spiritual path. This is the time when natives' religious and spiritual commitments are revoked. This is the time of soul searching. The time cycle of 2.5 years indicates the inner experience and marks the most important rites of passage in a person's mature life. The external modules no longer serve the man, but now he has his own inner belief. This is also a time where loss of spirit or soul can throw the man off gear. In practical world, the retirement from working world can lead to a sense of worthlessness. Every time the native survives Saturn's entry in his personal cycle, he receives the proof of restoration of soul. This is also a time of acceptance of the new order. The rebel has matured and final consolidation happens. The second opposition to the Saturn happens around the age of 75. By then, the child, ego, rebel, mature, all have dissolved in time. Man is a bundle of experience, rich in mind, memories, and patience. Saturn, the time has tempered us, and as we all proceed through the temporary realm, he impresses us with experience, insight, age, maturity, and experience. By now, the lessons are ingrained in the psyche. Man has become impossible to change. He is an unyielding teenager, but the life force is weakened. Very few of us stand to face the natal Saturn with the same boisterous energy as we did in teens. Saturn, the time, has tempered us, and as we all proceed through the temporary realm, he impresses us with experience, insight, and maturity. Hope you liked my video. Please like and subscribe. To further study, please visit my website manabhatnagar.com. Thanks for watching.